The night of Rasputin's assassination, he was poisoned, shot, beaten, and thrown into a frozen river, all within a matter of a few hours. His final cause of death was a single shot to the head after he had escaped. Though many may not know who Rasputin was, he was a big part of the Russian noble family during Nicholas II's rule. There are many myths and legends regarding Rasputin's deaths, and with his long and gruesome death, we see his strength and will to survive. I've been studying Rasputin since I was about 10 years old when me and my grandfather watched a history documentary about his life. His neighbor, Mark, also looks exceptionally like Rasputin. It's been an inside joke since I was very little that Rasputin had survived the assassination and moved to Darlington, Wisconsin. Rasputin is what is known as a faith healer, a person who uses their faith in God to heal another person's sickness. Tsar Nicholas's son, the Tsarevich, which is the eldest son of the Tsar, Alexei, had hemophilia B, a hereditary disease that prevents blood from clotting properly. The Tsarina, which is the Tsar's wife, had heard of Rasputin from a friend and had requested him to come heal Alexei's hemophilia because no other doctors could. Over time, Alexei's health improved greatly when Rasputin used his so-called faith healings to heal him. People tried to push him out of the family, such as Felix Yusupov. Felix Yusupov was a Russian noble who married the Tsar of Russia's only niece, which did make him a rightful heir of the throne. He doubted Rasputin's powers and intentions. He tried to convince the Tsar and Tsarina to get Alexei a new mentor and a healer, but the Tsarina refused, partially because of a secret love for Rasputin. He requested assistance from nobles and friends to help assassinate Rasputin if the Tsarina and Tsar would not participate. Their plan was to invite him to a party. The night of the assassination began with Felix inviting Rasputin to join him for drinks. Unbeknown to Rasputin, all the drinks were laced with cyanide, enough to kill 5 men. He refused to eat and drink when he arrived, which worried Felix. His friends upstairs were fellow noblemen and a doctor. When Felix came back downstairs, he found Rasputin had begun to drink and he was drunk, but not dead. Felix, extremely worried, went upstairs and grabbed Dmitri's revolver. Dmitri is a Grand Duke of the Russian family, and shot Rasputin in the chest. Rasputin fell to the floor. Minutes later, Rasputin woke up and ran, realizing his predicament, ran outside. From the commotion, Yusupov shot at Rasputin 4 times, missing 3 shots, and finally striking him in the kidney and the spine, which dropped him instantly. They brought him inside and beat him. Felix then delivered a fatal blow to the right eye. The plan was to drop him into the Malaya Nevka River. They dropped him into the frozen river, but the air bubble in his jacket caused him to float, not letting him go to the sea. And though we may know the facts, what are the myths? With every assassination, there are rumors and conspiracies. Rasputin, one of the top conspiracies is that Rasputin survived and escaped Russia and lived with his family in Turkey. Part of that theory is also that he survived a long-distance affair with the Tsarina. Another interesting theory is that he clawed his way out of the ice, stating that he wasn't dead. The autopsy, though, proved he was dead and had been dead before dropped in the water. Ultimately, Rasputin said the following quote, "If it is your relatives who have wrought my death, then no one of your family, none of your children or relations will remain alive for more than 2 years. They will be killed by the Russian people." Ironically, 2 years later, after the Rasputin's assassination, the